Hey guys, my name is Michael, and yesterday I put on my Facebook page that if you had any questions that concerned you about healing yourself, looking at things differently, spiritually, anything really, you could reach out and I'd answer your questions. So yesterday I got a question, and the question is this. I'm in a little fear of what's happening in the world right now, and I am hoping I'm not crazy to think that I will, slash we will, find a way out of this madness and not letting governments take our last bit of freedom away for us and for our children. I get it. I really do. But as I read this question, you use some very powerful words. And the first words you use is, I am in a little fear. I am in a little fear. That's a huge beginning right there. I am states the state of mind you're in and what you become. So why do we have this fear? We're all born into this world in a state of amnesia. We have a spark in us. Some people call it God. Some people call it a piece of the divine. I don't really care what you call it. I just know what it is. I just know it is. I can't tell you what it is. I just know it is. Some believe what it is, and the only difference between them and somebody else that knows is you really got something sturdy to stand on. If a lion is born in captivity in a zoo and it's dressed up, his cage is dressed up like his natural habitat. He doesn't have to hunt for his food. A carcass of an animal is thrown in there and he goes and munches on it, or she goes and munches on it. That's all they know. They know that, and they know they're zookeepers. When you're born in that state of amnesia, I'm telling you, you are born in a state of captivity. A natural state of a baby when it's not in pain and not hungry and not wanting for anything is happiness. And then it gets hungry and its mom picks it up to, her breast, or gets the baby formula. Baby grows up, food, this, and as that baby grows up, it listens to stories and gets indoctrinated into society, into the tribe, whatever tribe it might be. We learn about political systems. And we learn that the government works for us and protects us. The issue is today that we've forgotten what really protects us. The government that works for us and protects us and is employed by us have really bombarded all of society through TV, media, products, that they know what's best. So we have our employees telling the bosses what to do. And the bosses, which is us, are fearing our employees. We've forgotten that we run the show. The issue is that we're born in this form. And the issue is we are connected more to this form than what's truly inside us, where we're looking for an outside external solution to the issue of amnesia within. If you shut off your TV, would you be scared? If you shut off the news, would you be scared? Would you even, if you didn't know about an illness or a virus or a disease or whatever, you didn't even know it was around. Let's say you were the only person on the planet and no one could tell you. Would you be scared? Would you be fearful? There's a philosophy called the grid of consciousness. And it states that there are cables, literally lines of cables, a grid work throughout the whole planet, above the planet, below the planet, to the right side, to the left side. And you are the vibrational match to the cable of consciousness that you receive from. You could have ones of fear, money, love, insecurity, negative self-talk, all this kind of stuff. You got the harness on. You got the rope. You got the clip. Which cable are you locking into? Which cable do you want to lock into? If you feel yourself going this way or that way, which cable do you want to lock into? And when you lock into that cable, the one that you want, the one that you know that is right for yourself, not the one that you believe in, but the one you know. And if you're guessing, it's okay to latch into a couple cables, bind them together. It's all one cable anyway. It's all one light that splits off through a prism. Choose. Now the issue is you have other people around you that are listening to the news, that are listening to the media, that fell for this I'm the zookeeper baloney. And they're going to tell you, You're out of your mind. You're crazy. You're a loony bin. Why? This is what they say. This is what evidence says. Science says. You know what? I'll tell you something. And this is for all of you. Science has proven that there's something called a placebo effect. If I gave you a sugar pill that said that this was going to heal your blah, 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 and you believed it 100% in the doctor, in the system, in the this and the that, with no doubt whatsoever, science says the odds are you're going to heal. So what I'm saying is this. The mind is powerful. The illusions that society presents itself to you is more powerful. Because you're constantly being bombarded with it. Bombarded 24/7. There's so many bells and whistles down here on the planet. So you don't look up anymore. You don't look inside anymore. There's so much external stimulus, you're forgetting to go inside, where all the answers are, every single one. Every single one. You just got to have the balls to live it, say it, repeat it. Don't back down because you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. The truth is, if the same news stations said they had the cure to the virus, let's say, and you didn't know that the vaccine was saline solution. Saline solution that you could buy at Walmart. Okay? And they pushed this. And they said, we have the answer. And this is going to save you from the horrible virus. And gave the vaccine name, I don't know, some scientific pharmaceutical marketing ploy made up name, okay? And all it was saline solution. And they said there are not going to be any side effects whatsoever. And they filled the whole world with a vaccine of only saline solution. And people were watching the news like they're doing now and talking now, and 100% believed in it. There'd be no more virus. Or there'd still be a virus, but everyone wouldn't be able to be touched by it because their minds, their brains, their body, their physiology believed in an external answer. The mind believed it as well in the illusion. And that would be the end of it. But that's not what's happening. It's not saline solution. Science can prove over and over and over again that the placebo works. Why would somebody choose to push something else? Why? And that goes for any disease. We are what we think we are. I am in a little state of fear. You are in a little state of fear. I am healed. You're healed. I'm a healer. I'm a healer. things. But, huh. You know, it's funny. It's the question about the government taking away our rights. And the government that gives us our rights. Our employees are giving the bosses the rights. Our employees are telling the bosses what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do. And the employees have the audacity to say, hey, bosses, if you don't run your business the way we want you to, there's going to be trouble. And enforce it with violence. So take a look around your cage. The captivity that you were born into, the indoctrination you were born into, and say, mm-mm. Oh no. No, no, no. When your inner voice becomes louder than everything else around you, you're okay. When everyone else's voice of fear and doubt and all this kind of stuff is louder than your own spark, is louder than your own innate, is louder than your own intuitive being, divine being, whatever you want to call it, that's where your fear comes from. If you never heard another singing voice ever, let's say, I don't know, Whitney Houston, let's just say. She had a beautiful voice. So you're in the shower and you're singing in the shower. You never heard anyone else's voice in the world before. You even record yourself in the shower so you can play it back because your voice to you is angelic. It's incredible. You hit notes that you never thought you could hit before. You're a freaking cherub, okay? Like with the harp. And then you hear Whitney Houston's voice, and you play your tape back. You play your soundtrack back, whatever they call it, your digital voice, whatever it's called. And you say to yourself, I don't sound like that. And then you bring a friend over or a stranger or whatever, and you go, you know what, listen to this tape of my voice singing. Tell me what you think. And they tell you, you suck, man. Are you tone deaf? Are you? What's wrong with you? And now you went from having the best voice in the world to having no voice at all. You may not even sing to yourself anymore because someone told you suck. Don't compare who you are inside to everyone else's outside. Bullshit. Fear. We live in the world of duality. Listen, there are people out there that say some very deep, introspective, find yourself things. That are simplified to where you yourself could understand. They're not telling you anything you don't know. What they're doing is reminding you, clicking off the recognition of what you forgot. Before you came here. They're just triggering your amnesia. I'm triggering your amnesia. Where you could snap out of it and say, whoa, 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 whoa. Who's anyone to give me my rights? I'm born with rights. I gotta vote for somebody to tell me what to do, how to do. I'll tell you a secret, I never voted for anyone before in my life. Why? You could like one side, you could like the other side, but every side's gonna have issues that you don't agree with. And you're gonna vote. So another man or another woman could tell you how to live your life. And if you don't live it that particular way, they're gonna raise shit. They're gonna make holy hell for you. I think the 10 Commandments are great. It really puts up the boundaries, lines, the boundary lines of how to treat other people, how to treat yourself. How to just be a basic good person. And then all these other laws came into play. Laws that didn't issue your freedom, which they have no business doing because you were born free, but laws that limited, laws that took away, because you're going to do it our way. Now, what I've told you may not calm down your fears. But it will do. But what it will do is help you go inside, make you go inside, and find that warrior in you that says, I see things for what it is. And that's why a lot of this is happening. It's a state of this triggers inner introspection all over the place, where you have to go inside to find the answers. When you can't trust external sources anymore, you have to go inside. How many times are you going to get fucked before you go inside yourself and say, ah, and you have this aha moment and you have this epiphany. And I'll tell you what, you know what the world does when you have your aha moment and you have your epiphanies? They go, we got a pill for that. You'll be less nervous. You won't fear so much anymore. You'll be able to focus on things more. We got a pill for that. You have medical insurance? Otherwise, you're going to sit with all the stimulus around you, getting bombarded every day and slammed in the head with no buffer whatsoever. Whoa, you need this pill. Take out the distractions. When you remove the distractions, oh wow, the binding, when you remove the binding off your soul, spirit, whatever it is, the only distraction that you're going to have are the people telling you you're wrong. And is that a distraction? Not when you could say, okay, I might be wrong, but this is what I'm going to do. For me, it doesn't affect anyone else. You do what you got to do. But little by little, everything will evolve. Where people start looking inside themselves and peeling off the layers of bullshit that has been placed on them by society and people that didn't know better. So is the fear of government and people taking away your rights, or is the fear really knowing yourself and being it while everyone else is saying, oh no, no. Get to that point and you're a force not to be reckoned with.